The ones that they saw, they could only ship out. Go back to one of the Black Hills. Going up to,
Is there vodka in there?
but he said,
So is there vodka in
don't
there?
bring me no t-shirt.
My God, your hands are cold.
Cold hands? Okay, that's fine.
He said, Berto's had his heart as short to the girl. I know, and I heard him call short to the girl.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, like,
I couldn't have brought him in. Right down the street. He just come over like Charlie right there. I just think that some of the things he told me, and especially when you figure it out, he'd say,
Okay, awesome.
too worried.
She'll probably do it with her. She has with all of ours.
She's like 13 and a half.
I hit 48.
You know, and we wash for the orange, you know, my lab. I don't want to do it though. It's working hard to get up and down my steps. And she's
So the winter will be really, really hard on her. I said the winter will
oh
be.
yes, the summer was. She's now starting to go and do the half. A lot. Well, I took her to Tracy and she started to get that on the side.
Yeah, but that can change.
Yeah, and it might have changed.
Good stuff. Yep, they're all lying.
Give Tracy a call.
Yolanda. I just had a cell phone on the offshore version of or she was $3. She's still living.
Roll call. Sue?
Yes.
Gina?
Here.
Christie? Here. Louie?
Here.
Jason?
Here.
Kip?
Here. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's discuss the sidewalk. What do you guys want to do with it? I know what I want to do with it, but that's up to you guys.
I was driving around Pettiville. There's a company local in Pettiville that's doing sidewalks over there. I think we could just have them come in and do so much.
Well, I've got called into Hamill about another project out here at the lake. This other guy has not been dealing with. He never gets back to me.
Yeah.
I think we spend enough money to just get the layout of it. Why spend another $200,000 we don't have on sidewalks that we can probably do ourselves?
Yeah, because we all know what's gonna happen over there on that south side of town if we don't get those sewers like.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what I'm curious about, and I mean, if we signed a contract or agreement or something like that, I bet you there might be some kind of hardship clause that we need to look into. There very possibly, we can say we didn't have enough money to cover the 400 of the initial, and with the sewer, what happened to us, you know, because if we back away right now, we're out 196. Am I understanding that correctly? We're out of that money, correct?
It was COVID money.
We're not out. I mean, we still have a design. I mean,
The design's still there.
We still know where the needs are, we know where the targets are, the plans of
belong to us.
Yeah.
And I say we just take them and we do them piecemeal ourselves.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
can't imagine them writing a contract with an easy out clause,
no,
because they wrote the contract.
So we basically paid $96,000 for those designs and
It's
plans that we can give to
designed,
somebody.
it's set to go, you know, if we come in with some money later on, or whatever.
I mean, we're not getting the $96,000 back, we're only gonna increase it another 200,000, and that's a lot.
And
Damn
it-
money.
Considering we went into this thinking that it was gonna be a free deal
There's
for
a
us.
little bit of a misleading.
So, No, I'd be all in favor of letting it go.
I would too, but there would not be any other,
Penalties?
penalties or anything like that,
According
correct?
to the.
If we just say we're
No,
gonna
it-
cancel it out?
We just contracted with the engineer to lay out the plans, the design, what needed to be redone and how they should be redone. But we're under no obligation because they were gonna make the application of the grant for us. But if that grant means that we're gonna have to be subjected to $196,000 more.
Yeah. And if we don't do anything, it's gonna expire on its own accord, correct?
And when that,
Is that correct?
when the lawyer showed up last time, he pretty much said, you lost the 97, or you already paid it, so you're done. If you don't want to pay no more, tell him. And I think we need to tell him to go. That's just my opinion.
That's my opinion too.
Huh?
Daniel that was here.
Yeah.
From
He did that 2-hour or whatever between the
Well, we
meeting
can't
and
vote on it
before.
now, but it's just
Yeah.
something we gotta.
Yeah, put on the next agenda, then I think we're all pretty much on the
I
same
think
boat that we're
we've got
gonna
the plans, we can
do
do
it
them at our
ourselves.
own pace and at our own affordability.
agree.
If somebody hits the lottery and donates some money, then we'll think about it. I don't think that's gonna
Let
happen.
me go buy a ticket.
Now your hand's scratching.
You're like, you know, this is all that's it. Okay, we'll just make a hell of a lot. Village Hall
The
goes.
the second thing we got is the zoning ordinance on Garden Street. Well, I want to read you a little something first. This was put out Monday, September 29th, 1913. Minors who want the utilities, or utilize his days off at evenings of his days when the mine is not working 8 hours a day, has the privilege of a garden patch in a public garden. Or, if he wishes, he can buy a small farm tract, as many of them are willing to do, so they can do small-scale farming. Well, guess where that happens to be? On the north side of Garden Street. It was that way from 1913 until 2003.
It was Ag 1.
I didn't look this up. I had a woman come in today, that's all she does, is look through historical stuff that she
Yeah.
found.
Like I said, I remember baling hay out there.
And I've also got a picture, if you want to look at it. It's pretty interesting condition. It was the garden patches.
But it just goes to show that it's been Ag 1 much, much longer than it's been
Yes.
the residential, and I think that was just for for taxes.
This is Garden Street, the property we're talking about right down here.
Gotcha,
Public garden, public garden.
yeah,
Oh,
I gotcha. Yeah, that's,
How many groups?
yeah.
We might want to resurrect that.
Now, that's all public garden.
Mm-hmm.
It was all Ag 1. And it was checked in 2003, for someone.
My birth's right there. Awesome.
I mean, you add that, you added as a flood zone,
Yeah.
what the hell?
I don't have much that, I wonder if it
Well,
was.
that's like, they told me, a lot of
or,
things changed when Mr. Peabody passed away.
Well, so that was changed for
That's
property
like
tax,
that,
Somebody
stuff
got
I
some
gave
money
you from
recently.
Richard,
Yeah,
438 acres was taken away from the village on, right out up Bunker Hill and all that, and some down on that end.
so anyway.
Yeah, the Catholic Church, didn't they own some of that land out there?
I don't know about Catholic.
Can I ask a quick
Well,
question?
according to this, the new high school would have been built where our water plant is, or sewer plant is right now. Wouldn't have been a mistake.
Yeah, where the pumpkin's at.
So,
Okay. that's
so
all I
were they
know.
able to resurrect that map that was sitting up there forever and then it all of a sudden came up missing? Was she able to find that map?
I know you're right there, because I worked off that map for 20 years
Right.
when I was in the office.
And like I said a million times, the county assessor's office told us and even explained it to the zoning officer and to the mayor before,
And my wife.
and his wife, that their zoning is different from the village zoning. The village and you can even look it up on the state of Illinois website, villages hold their own zoning. The county holds their own zoning. They can say it's residential, but as long as you have a map showing that it's agriculture, that's what it is, agriculture. And that map that sat up there when I moved here up until 2 years ago, that it said exactly that it was all agriculture back there.
Well, so you guys just gotta decide how you wanna have the ordinance.
Okay, so we can't vote on nothing here, but in that last meeting we had, I said, okay, we need to set a limit. Like Harry wants 2 goats, hey, let's say he can have 2 goats for the rest of his life, or whatever. If he has a breed and gets 3 or 4, well, say he has a baby, how long does it take to wean that baby off and it can go on its own?
About 6 months.
Okay,
It's
so,
not even,
but I would say, zone, you can have 2 goats, but in the area that if a goat is birthed at that time frame, from the birth to there, you got 6 months to let it stay there. On 6 months and 1 day, it has to go. One of them has to go. That's what I think.
I think I'll go first, so we don't have to worry about it.
I hope not. And if we do a chicken thing sometime in life, then we set a limit of what we talked about 6 chickens, but we'll leave that blank for now, because we don't know what that's gonna do.
but if it was zoned to agriculture before and we were allowed to have the goats and chickens and whatever else back there, why are we restricted now? Not saying that I want to bring in a crap ton of animals or anything, but why would at this time right now, would I have to wait until an ordinance passes for me to get my chickens? I mean, I'm pretty far away from everybody and I can guarantee you all my adjoining neighbors will say, not a problem.
And I have a question. Across from the football field, there's cows in there.
It's not the city.
No.
My dad took it out of the city when he asked for sidewalks, when we built that house. They refused to do it. He paid all the water lines in. He put the water lines in. They refused to pay for sewer lines, so they're all on septic. So he said, bite me, you guys are not getting my money no more, I'm gonna be zoned
I
out of
wouldn't even
town.
put a fire hydrant in for them.
Hmm. And bad thing is, that's Edinburgh School District.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Wow.
So right now, you're just discussing the ordinance on these property, lots 1 through 16, not the whole village.
No.
No, just all 1 to
Just
16.
1 through
what you guys-
16.
what you guys
So
like.
if you guys say that I can have chickens, then I can have chickens. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, we've got to set a limit of what they want.
Right.
Before we do one, because we only want to do one ordinance. I don't want to pay attorney.
And for those, me and Christie sat in the meeting, or the judge case, and the judge said no animals once they lose 2. But Tony and me went to the courthouse and figured out, it doesn't say that. It says 2 goats. Doesn't say you can't replace them. So that's why I went to Gary and apologized once, we got all this figured out. So, the goats will never be a problem according to the court.
Well, first place, we should have never been in court, should we?
You're right, but that's.
Year and a half of harassment,
You're right.
year and a half going to court every month,
Yeah,
a year and a half to spend money every month.
I mean, like I told you that day, I can't change what the other administration did.
Well, I know that,
Right.
I understand that, I'm just saying, there's nothing but harassment.
Yeah, I'm fighting you get the goats.
But maybe now just figure out what we're gonna do.
Happy young Dan, or young Gary.
But it just needs to not happen again.
Yeah.
For anybody. Nobody should have to put up with that type of crap. Nobody. Because
Nobody
it was
should
the
be
city
harassed.
harassing him for 4 years. I ain't saying the city, whatever you want to say, was harassed for 4 years. There's a few times I was about ready to come up here myself at that point. He told me to stay away. It shouldn't have happened.
No, but like I said, we can't erase what.
I know, but I'm just
But we
saying.
can't let it happen
I
in the
just want,
future either.
I just hope, I wish the city, this town would understand what happened before, so they don't vote people back in who are gonna do that type of stuff. Because if you're on that board, it's hard to do, but you need to stay, everybody gets the same privilege. Not everybody gets to, pick on somebody for whatever. That shouldn't happen, that should not have happened to him. That's all I care, that's the thing I care about with it. It just needs to, so it doesn't happen in the future. We don't want it to happen later on, that you guys get voted out or whatever, or what, it shouldn't happen. That's what we just pledged allegiance.
So basically, Tony, what
Come on
we're
in.
considering tonight is just Garden Street, 1 through 16, and what is gonna be, what, if any, livestock, other than the 2 goats, is allowed on there.
You're right.
Okay, and so that's part of the reason why we really need to put our thinking caps on, kids, and start thinking about how are we gonna write, or design a piece of, an ordinance that will apply not only to Garden Street 1 through 16, but also to whatever the back street is off the square or whatever, because, you know, Gary's got property and he can put, you know, goats and chickens and everything else, he's got the room to do it. But what if somebody over there on the back street starts deciding they want a cow and chickens and a couple of goats and
No, they're not zoned agricultural.
It's just these lots.
it's just those lots?
Those lots are zoned agricultural.
Is there any other areas that are agricultural?
Well, no, Louis,
All the way to the one
Celsius
there.
thought that whole street all the way up to Garden Street Pump Station was all ag. But I did some checking, and it's not, it's all residential one. It was all changed in 2003. Nobody knows why. 2003 was changed. My theory is they took their taxes from what, 700 to 35?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good jump in taxes.
Yeah, over vengeance.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
I know, the Keys, they bought all that back there behind them.
That probably happened about the time that went, where they just let it grow wild, didn't it?
My dad did.
What's
And Gary
it,
used to
that though,
farm.
if that's all city property all the way back to the river,
It
why didn't,
isn't, that isn't really.
it's in city limits, all the way back to the rivers in city limits, isn't it?
Yeah,
My dad-
all of
Yeah, it
those,
is.
all the wood is, ag.
But Gary,
That's all
Gary
within
gets
city
his
limits.
bill and
Yeah,
goes
just
on
that
104,
part
yeah,
right there,
like Chetty lives on
Your guys,
104.
Dan's always told me that's
And
always
his
been,
difference-
that's city limits.
the land.
They take it out of city limits?
Ricardo going all the way down.
I'll say behind.
He gets that for $1.
Behind us.
Well, we
Yeah,
don't
behind you
know.
guys.
I mean, according to this map that we got right here, from 2000, or 1913,
Now,
it
say,
doesn't go far enough to the east to tell you, show you.
yeah, I'll say it used to go all the way to the river, and then it became flood zone, so they kind of abandoned most of it.
Yeah,
which-
and that the sales bought it, and he turned it into ag, or, he turned it into farmland.
Yeah, now it's that CRP program or whatever.
Not anymore, I think he took it out of it,
Maybe.
yeah,
That's a good deal for people.
I don't know why he took it out,
But it's not city limits then?
it is,
Behind, Dan, there's city limits all the way back to the river?
Yeah.
Okay, then my question is, if that's the case, why didn't they, if it's city limits, why didn't they try to make that, because that all floods, it's actually lower than some of the other ground. Why didn't they try to make that all residential all the way back to the river then, if it's in city limits back then, in 2003? Because they're trying to make tax money off that, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. Yeah,
Well, the rest of it is listed as ag one.
It is ag.
When you look it up on the
yeah,
county map,
it is ag one,
you know, all the way up to
See, now the
the
division
village.
used to go all the way back, correct? And they annexed that and gave it to,
So division, I used to go through the, where the garden, the public gardens were gonna be, where the,
well, I'm just saying where division goes back into the woods.
oh, yeah. for sure.
They used to be the cities, and then
There
they
used to
gave,
be a house back there. I
Yeah,
don't know if
Yeah.
Days,
that's
didn't
that
Days live back?
but I'm just saying, they gave it to that guy
Mhm.
that owns that, the rest of that property.
Yeah,
So the city don't have anything to do with it
house.
anymore.
No, as far as I know, I don't think the city actually owns it to the river.
Nope,
I don't see
not
it.
anymore.
Well, they own the division back, it ran back wherever, towards the,
You know,
Sewer.
in the sewer plants.
yeah.
Which is close.
I just remember because I used to always get in trouble.
Not you.
So you just need to figure out, you know, what you wanna let go on the ordinance.
You guys know what we want, but it doesn't matter.
Well, my thoughts honestly is it's considered agricultural. And that's different than residential. and they have a big area down there. I don't know why they couldn't have chickens and their goats, I mean, it's agricultural, it's farm. And if something happens that we put on the tickets as far as residential, as far as chickens, and it doesn't pass, it's not a big deal, because it's residential and agricultural's farm.
Yeah, it consists of a lot, actually, and different type of buildings that could be put on it, and, part of them, parts, but cables and stuff like that could be put on it too. That's just how far I want to go.
Are we, like, under the questionnaire, or was that gonna be a chicken
That's,
question?
that's on
Okay, so I'll wait.
residential, that's on
Different.
residential.
Yeah.
We're just talking about these properties.
Okay, so I'll wait and ask that question then.
Yeah, we're just concerned right now about what's getting changed back there anyway.
So we would like the 2 goats and at least 6 chickens. I'd like 12, but only because I want 6 meat birds, but that's up to you guys.
And possibly a donkey, right?
No, absolutely not. No donkeys.
Just know they're very good protectors.
I have a jackass in my area right now, and we don't want to deal with another one.
I know them damn things.
That's you.
No, not him.
Them damn donkeys, they protect against coyotes. I've seen that live.
They can also get mean to humans too.
Yes.
I have my grandchildren to think about.
Yep.
Anybody got any ideas how we're gonna write this? We can't vote on nothing now, but we do.
No,
What's the opinion
Come up
of,
with
like
a
Gina said, it's agricultural. Does anybody disagree or agree with that?
I agree.
I agree, so I think it should just go back to the way it used to be before it all changed, but I don't know what all the stipulations was then.
Well, there wasn't no
Wasn't.
stipulations, now, what
Now we're just putting.
she's wanting chickens and goats, and, I mean, the goats are coming,
If you give it full reign, I mean, she can bring cattle in,
Right.
she can plant crops on it, you know, I mean.
but we're just gonna try to keep it to the chickens to the goats.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's all we're asking.
There has to be some parameters that we're
And
gonna have
even though,
to.
like she says, they don't want all that, but
But the next
20
owner
years from now,
should.
the next
Yeah,
owner.
The
can
next
say,
owner,
"Hey,
right, if
Mhm.
they leave
You
town,
could
the
have
next
this
owner
out.
would buy
Yes.
that property and put in, you know, a whole
Exactly.
farm.
Okay, so what's the opinion? She said, I'd like 6, I'd like to have 6 meat
He's gonna be
chickens.
living 20 more years.
So agriculture, we all gonna say 12's okay, or no more than 12? I mean,
Well, I mean,
it's agriculture, and that's what we're saying.
I
She-
know, but we're talking about one specific
Mhm.
set of lots. Because it's real easy to put it in down there and they're not gonna bother anybody.
Mhm.
You know, unless they get loose and run out on the highway, but they're not gonna bother anybody. Nobody's probably gonna even notice they're there.
Mhm.
But if you write that ordinance, it's better play all over town. If not, you're gonna have somebody over there in that corner house
Okay, but
raising chickens and
I
cows and
agree.
everything else.
I agree that we open Pandora's box possibly, but if they're not deemed agriculture, it's residential, we have ordinances that say you can't have chickens in
The
residential, right?
ordinance will have to say that it is agricultural.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the ordinance will have to say it's agriculture.
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna
And
say it's
maybe
agriculture.
when we write the order, or the ordinance, you can say, those properties that are zoned agriculture, but what happens to the backyard chicken ranchers? You're not gonna have room for them, because they're not zoned agriculture.
That's what I'm saying.
And, you know, unless we write an ordinance and we put, with the exception to the long-standing and judiciously ruled lots 1 through 16 on Garden Street, and exempt them out of it.
Yeah, we can do that.
That they had a prior agriculture,
Because nobody
classification.
else has got, I don't think anybody else in town's gonna fight for agriculture. Because she's the only one that has it, we know that.
No, because the chicken ordinance is going to be a whole separate.
There are more
Yeah.
Yeah, separate thing.
lots,
That's,
Where?
that's gonna be a
next
nightmare.
to the sewer plant, all that big open field plus people, corner of Central and, Ridge have agricultural around them also.
Yeah, that's bizarre right there.
Yeah, see, now-
Which, I mean, that guy,
Now, to get those lots on the north side of Garden changed, they'd have to file for a variance, because it still says residential. The only one that's changed is theirs.
according to the map, all that's agricultural. That map is the one in the office, it's all zone ag. That's why they got
It shows it's there by the county map.
the county, as Claire said, county map is just taxes, county taxes. That would be the zoning map. You'd have to change that, come May, or not May, March, you'd have to change all the ones listed as ag. However, the open field, which is zoned as ag, he bales hay there. So now you're gonna have to start, you're gonna tell him that he can't bale hay, or you have to get it zoned as ag. The field by Garden Street,
Oh,
he bales hay there, yeah.
yeah.
That would be residential, because they have bale hay there either.
Why
They'd
can't
have to, because it'd be residential, you can't have grass over 8 inches.
All on the hay and all this stuff in front of you, for Carver Forest, all on there.
I think that's,
Oh, the railroad side? That's railroad property line,
Yeah.
rents for $1 a year or something.
Oh,
C1 commercial.
I mean, it's very cheap, I don't remember what, I remember.
commercial is the sewer
That's-
plant.
Yeah, that's the city's part.
No, this is right across from my mom and dad, this is. Right here's commercial one. Cause here's the vision, this.
Oh, sorry, yeah, this is the, oh, yeah, so they
That's one
shouldn't,
of the,
they shouldn't even be bailing either anyways.
But I don't think there's any agriculture inside city limits other than theirs that's gonna be hampered. I know, like Bev, you're not in agriculture. I'm not in agriculture, so
No, it wasn't agriculture, it was just on.
it's kinda hard to tell somebody that they have agricultural property, but you can't put chickens or goats out there. I mean, that's why my dad moved out of the damn city.
Is that where that shows,
There's,
like,
oh,
the property behind me is agricultural? Which it
yeah,
is,
yeah, all that, farmland, yeah. Or where they,
even though it's plotted off to be streets. it is.
yeah, it was gonna be, Willow was gonna continue all the way down, and then there was gonna be another one, Spruce was originally gonna be there.
And one was gonna be, Spruce was gonna be a cul-de-sac around it or something, but there's a cul-de-sac involved there. That doesn't happen.
I think we just need to make an ordinance for agricultural, let them have 2 goats and 12 chickens. I don't care if they're 12 laying chickens or 6 laying chickens and 6 killed chickens or.
Okay, that doesn't matter. That's, you know, I have to make a motion for the next meeting.
Okay.
they're on
Okay, fuel tanks. You got a letter. Anyway, our fuel tanks, they're illegal for our insurance purposes. They're supposed to be 30 feet from the building, 20 feet from the road. Supposed to be in an enclosure because they're only single wall tanks. What else was
it. Who do we get our fuel from?
FS?
commodity.
So,
Are they cheaper than going to the grocery store, the Phillips 66?
What?
Is the gas cheaper by in bulk as it is going over there?
Well, it's cheaper to buy bulk.
So- can we call them and see if they'll set us up two new tanks down by the sewer plant?
Those are our tanks.
Huh?
These are our tanks.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, can we see if they'll
I
put
don't
up 2 new tanks?
But we have to put
I don't
them in
think
an
the tanks-
enclosure.
No, you won't,
I don't
not if they build a new tank.
The double wall.
If they're double wall,
Yeah,
then
that's what I'm saying, if
But it
you,
also said it's gotta have an emergency shut
That was
off.
expensive.
Yeah. No, we don't have emergency shutoff. We don't have the
Okay.
grounded.
I tell you right now, they ain't got no emergency side.
Who doesn't?
None of the farmers do.
And he's got,
I'm just saying, this is what it says.
Well, ours has a switch, it has, you can kill the power to the pump,
Yeah.
so it has a shut off technically.
but what I'm saying is, call FS and see if they'll bring us 2 brand new tanks. And set them up down there somewhere around where these guys could find somewhere to run some power to.
Well, we went down and looked, and there's a couple places we could put them down there.
And just continue,
In the fenced area would be preferably the best place.
what I'm saying is that they'll furnish the tanks for you.
Any chance we could talk about doing it by the campgrounds at all?
I wouldn't wanna do it out there because somebody could cut the log and cause a big problem.
Do you want the same amount of gallons?
How big are they?
Tanks?
How big is that tank?
Like they're 500 each.
Yeah, just do 500, because I mean, it's gonna be cheaper to buy 500 gallons worth of fuel a time than it is 100 gallons a time.
Well, the problem they had before is too many people got a whole credit cards and they filled the whole family's car.
I understand it. Well, you can't get off-road fuel at a gas station, so, I mean, you're gonna have to have your off-road fuel.
They don't burn enough diesel to keep on the
No,
line.
and then the gas, you know, so I would just say 2 500-gallon tanks and just see what Nathan can do. I believe,
The double wall.
yeah, I believe it's Nathan, is his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nathan Rogers?
Yeah, I think so, lives right out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just tell him Eddie Cleveland sent you.
Well, Tony says.
Is Eddie gonna pay for it?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Tony's.
Then the other discussion was a question around the water bill. Chickens.
I mentioned something, I don't think Louis was not in the room at the time, was it? I'm good friends with the mayor from Pawnee, went to school with Jeff Clark, and he had mentioned on a gas bill, or excuse me, on a water bill, they do water and gas, but they do the paper cards, and they did a questionnaire to all of the residents and asking them about cars, and then I think they said that they sent out 1,100 of them, got 350 of them back, tallied up the information and took it to the board and said, here's what the people said. And I thought maybe that might be something that we could
That's
take,
what we're talking.
yeah, taking advantage of, you know, just make sure that we do a good job of marketing, saying that all you need to do is check the box, yes, you would like to have chickens, or no, you would blah, 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 and make sure you drop them off at the village office. You know, I normally pay online, but I'm so on the fence. I'd love to know what the rest of the village thinks about it, and that's something that they did, and it worked for them, and
Well, I had that same idea of talking about it, but then I got with Jamie and Bev and found out that on the water bills, you can only put like water quality stuff on there. You can't put nothing else on that.
Is there anything that we can make up and staple to them?
No. We talked about it today.
So we talked about that.
We talked about a lot of stuff today, how to figure this out, how to do it. A single sheet of paper going through the mail when we send these water bills.
What about a label on the backside, just a label?
You can't put a label on them.
Okay.
There's a place on the bottom of that'll only take so many characters.
right,
Okay.
there was verbiage that we changed before on there.
We put water quality on the bottom of it.
Yeah, the CCR.
If we raise water bills, we put it on the bottom of it, but I'm sure Jamie and I, the only water bills we can do is for water bill only.
See, I wanted to put it on the ballot, but we're too late for that unless we go for the November election. Because honestly, 6 of us shouldn't make a decision for the whole city over a chicken. We're here to make decisions on sewer lines and stuff like that. You know, we can make a decision on agriculture, but everybody else, we need, I mean, you put it out there, but then some people vote, some don't.
Yeah,
If you, like me, I pay online, so people that pay online, they'll lose a ton of that, because they may not give a shit.
some did say, why don't you guys just put it on the ballot? And whenever I talked to Beverly, Beverly didn't know for sure if that's something we could even do, as far as asking if they wanted to vote to have chickens in town or not.
Have to go as a referendum, wouldn't it?
Yes,
And see, we talked about that, but then you do it on the April primary, which one, we're too late. Two, you gotta declare Republican or Democrat to get a primary ballot. So who wants to do, who wants to change?
But
We know they're gonna change over two Republican sheriffs.
Referendum.
People with the Democrat don't want the one, they're gonna pull Republican
On
code.
our own.
we
know
should
that. They did it with Trump.
probably talk to somebody from the IML and say, this is what, we have these options and what's our best course of action. That's what we should do. We should listen to some people that know what they're talking about.
Or how much would it cost to send out a
A questionnaire.
questionnaire?
Well, it's like,
Oh, we talked about that today.
that's
It'll
80
be
cents,
almost like-
80 cents a stamp, so you're talking
A
about.
postcard.
Oh, is it that
Postcard.
postcard?
What's a postcard cost?
Okay.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you're still talking almost $1,000, and that's not gonna cut it, that's,
Maybe referendum would be the best deal?
Well, Jamie thought today that, the primary is out because everything had to be in by October. That's if you put on the ballot.
Yeah, if it's a question as to who's running for what office. But, on a referendum, that's a specific thing that applies to your own municipality. Like,
You probably would have to call up the county clerk's office to find out what we can do.
we could sit at the post office for a couple of days, everybody taking a turn and say, hey, what would, here's a ballot box, we don't care what you vote, just vote.
You two are retired.
I'm not tired.
Louis, take
I'm
the
tired,
chair
but
up,
I'm
so
not.
Hey, I offered to do that with CTI when they were doing the sign up, so I'm up there for a couple hours and sit from 9 to 11 or something, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's just call the
I mean, like I said,
clerk's office, see
I
what.
mean, the thing is, you can't even do a poll on Facebook because you don't know how many times somebody's gonna vote.
yeah,
Well, I tried that.
yeah, it was a good idea,
Um,
but then not everybody has Facebook, and then
No,
other
and
people
then
vote
it was like
twice.
50-50, but then you didn't know who was actually from Kincaid. I mean, I asked, I
Well,
don't answer from Kincaid, but.
See,
The
like
clerk
on
would
the,
be able to tell you, wouldn't it?
The county clerk will,
Yeah.
like on the Facebook page, State Journal Register does, football player of the week or athlete of the week. Well, we found out that Williamsville was letting their kids log in every morning and vote for their player. Okay, so that's just gonna stomp the heck out of Kincaid. So, we know that that's not gonna work. You tried, I thought that was great, but
I mean, if you're willing to, sit at the post office and we have the questionnaire forms ready to go and they.
I'll sit there for a couple
Simple
hours,
yes
no
or no.
problem.
I mean, I'll take a half day or a day off of work.
Well, most people go between 9 and 11, I think. I mean, it opens.
Not people.
No, some of us
I know.
go to the post office after
You don't get
noon.
there till dark.
Yeah, I mean,
What about Saturday?
Yeah.
Two times.
We do
Why the
Saturday.
post office, so they're not like-
Saturday would be the best day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
61 cents.
That's,
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem going down a couple streets and just putting it in doors, right?
But they can make copies
Plus
of them
the
and make,
paper and stuff.
you don't have any.
Do you want duplicates?
Yeah.
The only way we get by with that is put an address.
That's true, okay.
Yeah, well, we run straight from Madden.
Like I said, I'll sit up there on a
They,
Saturday, I have no
you got
problem.
driver's license from Kincaid, if you don't know your face, then show us your driver's license. Says Kincaid, we'll give you
Well,
one.
as soon as I know what my next day off is, I don't have a problem sitting at the post office for a couple hours or something and saying, hey, did you guys take this and read
We
it?
divvy up and do 4 days or something, we should be able to catch everybody, if not, well, like Saturday, I can sit up there on a Saturday and do it. Maybe you can sit at the store, not that people go there all the time, but,
Kincaid Diner, everybody goes there.
yeah.
Yeah, as long as we had some kind of sampling,
Mhm.
even if it's 10% of all the people in town, we'd have at least an idea of what everybody's sentiment is.
And I like what Mike Conrad wrote up that one day. I mean,
I
a lot
haven't
of,
seen that.
oh, they have a copy of it. Because, it was a lot of the same thing Claire said, but he'd been doing it for 19 years as a kid. And he broke it down, it's like, whoa, like a good I went and priced them at some of the hardware stores and that, they want like
It was,
$800.
it was a handwritten one, Sue.
Cheaper to build your
We got
own.
it was a handwritten one we got last week, our last meeting.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty thorough.
Yeah, very thorough.
Yeah.
I think that Claire was very thorough, but this, he went even.
Yeah, it does, I mean,
Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be around with a questionnaire.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe put it on our Facebook and
Yeah, I like the post office thing. I like the Saturday, I think we take a shift.
put it on our website.
As long as the weather's not, we do it, it's not freezing
You
cold.
can put it on the
Yeah.
anonymous
Shit, I'll sit behind the counter up there.
The thing of it is, if you take the post office and the questionnaire, we were just talking, the questionnaire needs to have, the city on it. Because Vopic gets their water, mail here too, so it says some of Taylorville, Jayceville, you know what I mean? So they would have to put Kincaid on it. Because like, just like he was talking about the water bills, we couldn't put it on the water bills for another reason, because we're sending water bills out to Vopic, we're sending water bills out of town, Bloomington, all over the place, so I mean, I don't know how you would, separate.
Well, when they can, well, like I said, I mean, just with, well, it's a null and void, because if we can't add anything to that card,
There's
then,
only so many characters that you can add to it too.
Okay, so we just put a sign up on the post office door that says, off to your left or straight ahead is city trustees asking your opinion, vote on whether you want chickens or not. And so the other people would not know, or, you know, we put a little chair up there and sit, and if you're not from Kincaid,
Well, when you put on the form, like we were talking, we could take one piece of paper and do two, slice it in half. Put on the form about the chickens, whether you want them or not, they sign it, put the address on it, and go from there.
yeah.
That's me asking.
So which way you gonna go then? You gonna do the?
I'll go and sit on a Saturday, I'll go this Saturday if we have it ready, I don't care.
I would help.
Well, not this Saturday, because
Okay.
there's only 3 days, of working days,
That's right.
okay? We got a full on tomorrow, Jamie and I and Sandy.
Yeah, and that's Thanksgiving weekend,
There's
so.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
weekend, okay?
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe the next
Let's
week,
hang off
I'll have
here.
it before the board meeting.
And maybe
Yeah.
we should put that we're gonna be at the post office on
I
the
will, I
village
will.
page, that way
I'll
people
help.
can come up and make their opinions known.
Yeah. We do it on a Saturday, we do shifts. I like that
Think
idea.
alike.
We each one of us do 2-hour shifts.
Yeah, I think we have to
I
put
think
it
it's
on
a
the
good idea.
village page and then schedule it for like maybe the second Saturday in
Yeah,
December or
December.
something like that.
A lot of people are at the post office during that point in time, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's all for me. I've got a couple of things I'm just gonna say and bring up and think about between now and the meeting. First off, I was asked if we'd like to give a donation to the Angel Tree. Vote on that at the meeting.
Yes, I think we
I
should.
mean, we give to the Easter egg hunt.
That's the Methodist church?
Methodist Church.
Yeah, I donated today, I got a message on that, so I.
And the other thing is, I don't know when this committee meeting come about, like we're doing right now. But for 20 years that I was on the board, committee meeting meant, if I was police committee, police officers and the two committeemen sat down and had a meeting, instead of us having to come up here twice a month for a meeting. If you haven't got nothing going on the streets or whatever, you don't have a meeting. It's not like you have to have a meeting every month. So I guess what I'm getting at, why are we doing it now?
I say,
You just
I
have to
agree.
watch to make sure you don't have more than 3. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's why I've only got you on committee, and
Yeah.
if they want me to come, I
Yeah.
can be there.
And you're fine, and you're fine.
I mean, that's something to think about, and we'll discuss it again, but.
Well, I think it's a good idea to put it on the
Yeah,
agenda.
well, we have committees of the whole, is what
on
we
the agenda.
yeah.
Okay, you forgot, Deb was talking years ago, they had a Christmas lunch.
I was gonna bring that next meeting.
Oh.
That's okay. That's
Okay.
okay. What he's talking, go ahead, tell me.
That, the city has money from the metal scrap go buy turkey, hams and whatever, we smoke them, everybody, trustees, all employees can show up, and include the townships if they do a lot of us, and people bring a covered dish during lunch hour, and we have a little Christmas party here, and we walk out.
Were we in
No, I'm just saying, you know, we
You have a
got,
date that you're thinking about?
We're just kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah. because Beth said they used to do it all the time, it was fun, so
Okay.
I'm thinking, why, you know, it's not costing the city nothing, so why?
We always had one before, I mean, when I was on the board before.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a few, okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
There's, I mean,
I think we're busy.
oh, we got,
Oh, yeah, visitors.
oh, shit, yeah.
A motion to adjourn, second.
Oh,
Nope.
I just have one thing.
Me too.
Can I bring it up underneath a matter of finance? I've been approached that there is some, a willingness on the part of our state rep, to help us try and pursue any specialized grant projects that, from monies left over in the state. So maybe by next meeting, if everybody puts their head in, like one of the things I thought was, you know, we've talked about this fishing bridge or fishing pier down at the pond. That might be a good,
You can apply for a handicap.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that, our state rep has some money that is left over from other parts of the district, and they're looking to get some projects going in Kincaid. And we've not acknowledged.
100%.
Yes, they're willing to get us funding,
Okay.
getting the grant for it.
Is that my copy?
No,
No.
no. It is,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was thinking either the handicap pier out there at the park or something, or maybe even, I know somebody said, what, last year, we needed new playground equipment? Or
I don't know, I think
something.
we're pretty good on that.
Some of it needs taken out, the metal slide needs to be taken out.
There is a picnic table down there.
We've all fallen off of it, you can't.
I was the insurance guy that liked it.
Yeah,
The swings are dangerous.
Yeah, there's.
that picnic table down there's a picnic table down there, it's kinda dangerous, so we even talked about maybe replacing or.
Yeah.
It needs to be a bonfire. It needs to
But
be
you
a
know what I'm
bonfire.
talking
This is
about?
metal.
A bonfire starter,
I
yeah.
don't know, I think a tree maybe fell out or something.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Sliding.
It used to lean up against something, I think.
Doris,
I personally, you gotta choose the metal slide down there, because my little skinny butt got scorched going down as a kid, never felt, but they can feel pain now.
the kids grant,
Who's trying to talk?
so.
I'm trying to listen.
If the money's out there, we should make some application and let our state senator help us get it.
Yes, that's what she-
How soon do we need to do this, Sue?
I need to know something by maybe next week after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And all I could think of is, because we had this fountain on the brain, was putting up a fishing pier, a handicap fishing pier with a boardwalk going out to it.
Yeah, there's been some sidewalks.
And, yeah, maybe, you
There's
know,
plenty
down
to do.
things.
We got a dam that needs repaired, big time,
There you go, I got it down.
big time.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
I was gonna ask you
We
this.
also got a boat ramp out there, when they back their boats in, their back tires drop off the concrete.
I was gonna ask, is it dumb to ask for sidewalk money?
Yeah, because it's around the school.
Yeah,
I think the priorities would be the
Damn.
dam for one, and maybe sidewalks over the
I've
fishing, but then
we can.
the fishing.
Just
I've
depends
got
on how
people
much.
supposed to be giving me estimates, but so far, it's been almost a month, I haven't got anything back from them yet. I called them again today, and one's supposed to get back to me.
Well, that's a good one, the dam.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a big
that's
check,
good.
if we can find some money for that,
Yeah, because that's gonna be pricey.
yeah. What, I don't know, what, 200,000?
Well, we haven't got a little bid yet,
We were just guessing.
I just, from what the engineering firm said, yeah.
Yeah.
I will pass this on because, like I said, Doris Turner said there was money to be had and other districts weren't using it, and I was asked if we had any special tech projects that we need help with.
Because according to the engineer, we're close to being, draining the lake, to being forced to drain the lake.
I'm glad you mentioned her name, 'cause I didn't know none of our representatives. I don't know.
Good lady.
I know, but I don't know the.
Who's gonna motion?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I don't know the president, barely know the vice president.
I'll second.
Okay, Gina,
Yes.
Christie,
Yes.
Sue,
Yeah.
Kip,
Yes.
Louie,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.